Famous, you look like you're on an episode of Cops, bro. All blurred out.
Welcome to the Worst Damn Crypto Show, period. I was just on mute. My name is Romanian Dan. I got with me Roland Zoku, the famous Bullish Ox, and Hex Deck 16. My bad, guys. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, bro.
Doing good.
Good, bro.
It's been a
lovely weather
week
today.
for sure. Yeah. Oh, I think there he is.
Yeah, my volume
Speaking
just
to the man.
so I would have a
Tapped in the house.
What's happening?
tap.
What's happening?
Is there big feedback, guys?
No, it's not that bad.
Because I'm on the speakers. So.
So what's up? How's everyone's week? It's an eventful week in Mexico, for sure.
Very eventful, man. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff happened, a lot of drama. Drama that was like needed, in my opinion, because like we're so bored.
If in one's good.
You know what I mean? It's like no one's talking about testnet no more. It's like products are already working. Hex is working on testnet, PulseX is working on testnet, the DEX is working on testnet, liquidity providing is working on testnet, and yet we still hear people say, "Where's our product?" I'm just like, just bored, man. You know?
Like I be saying, man, people need to go outside. People are stuck staring at screens all day. People need to go outside.
I know it. It's gonna be so much easier to onboard people once we have the live, version. It's like even still now, I'm like, been talking to people for months, and they're like, finally coming around, and they're like, oh, it's not even out yet. Yeah, another 2 weeks. Another 2 weeks. Another 2 weeks.
Awesome. So for your arm boys, people you've been telling about, they have even more time to get more fiat for when everything drops. You got some more time now to get some more money.
I got one of my onboards, and I texted him this afternoon. He's down in my area. He lives about 2 hours away up in Montana. And he comes down here to where I'm at because the economics are better for hustling. He does door dashing and stuff. Bro's been down here since Friday afternoon. He's like hustling like 20 hours a day, 4 hours of sleep, just banking that cash. So shout out to you, Peanut Butter Hexer. Man, you're doing it right, bro.
Nice hat. You getting ready for the dip?
Yeah, well, no, I was wearing this Friday. Actually,
it.
the story behind it is I actually bought this a couple of weeks back for a BTC MAXI friend of mine, and he didn't find it so funny. I was like, here, bro, And so, but, the job hustle thing, we were talking about it on Discourse Syndicate on Friday night, and, it's a real thing, bro. I'm like, there's no shame in the game, on how you make your money. $20 is $20, right? And
Absolutely.
Yeah, so this is this shout out to my peeps who came from the hard way. I mean, I didn't sit there and get a silver spoon in my mouth and investing in crypto. I did it through pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. So shout out to Richard Hart for creating a fantastic product.
Facts. Shout out to anyone who's trying to make some extra income, even if you got 9 to 5, some type of regular job. If you can only put together $20 a check, keep putting that $20 aside. You never know how quickly $20 could turn to $1,000, and so on and so on. This is a long game. We're currently at a 90% dip. People saying we're going to drop even harder, so you got time. Pulse chain has been pushed back again. You have time. Like, people, you have time. There's no rush into this. Please take your time.
Yeah, people need to go back and do the moon math on from the January period of Hex launch and see what $50 would be worth to you today. You'd be blown away. So that money adds up quickly, the DCAing aspect, because one of the things that I've started is called the Prosperity Project. And so I'm getting the launch stuff ready for it. I've already created the Twitter, going to be starting the YouTube tomorrow, and designing a website. I know Bullish, you had mentioned about helping out with that. I'll see what I can do with the
just let me know.
the preloads and stuff like that. But the whole point is for somebody who's coming from nothing, we have such an awesome opportunity to onboard people into the Pulse Chain network and PLSX and Hex. Just with that, beginning launch, because of the fact that it's, Hex 2.0 in a sense is like, they always say who profits the most. It's the devs, right? The people that create a project. It's the holders, but also, I'd add one thing to that is being in early. If you're early in on a project, early adopters, bro, and just hold. And it doesn't happen overnight. I mean, I don't care if you hold 2, 4, 6 years, whatever it takes. But, 6 years at a shitty job, everybody gives me excuses and I swat them down because I'm like, okay, so you're going to put 30 to 45 years into some shitty job that you freaking hate or you don't like going. And if you like going into work, great. That's awesome. Bonus for you. But the thing is they'll sit there and load up their 401k with dirty fiat money that's like getting eaten away by inflation and down markets. And they don't even understand the concept of the fact that, like 6 years into something early, like Pulse Chain, when it launches, can be life-changing gains. It really honestly can. I can prove that. I am a direct product of Hex, putting car change into a product investment such as Hex and becoming a multimillionaire. So, it's no joke. What does it say here? There we go. Work hard.
So, do we have a topic of conversation for this episode, Dan, or what?
So yeah, it looks like the first topic of
Shoot in the dark?
conversation is the Hex LP dump, the market dump. So the thoughts
Yeah,
on that?
famous.
Does someone want to go over that? Because I was kind of out of the loop when that was happening. And I've been trying to watch some videos when people explain what happens. Let me see if I got the gist. We had a large well in the Hex community for well over a year. There was a liquidity provider in Hex. They took out basically all their liquidity and dumped the whole Hex. And because of the low liquidity, they had a slippage of over 30%. So whoever they sold actually got 30% less of whoever that is. So basically, this well just screwed himself over when he did his crazy sale.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
If he had put the limit orders in a matcha, I mean, this guy could have totally taken 15 to 16 mil more in profit. But he just market dumped and pushed his price all the way against himself down to like close to 1 cent, I think. So,
Yeah, I believe he lost about $1 million.
No, way more than that.
Wow.
Damn. Lost $1 million in Hexes at a dip. Like, this is the part that cracks me up. I was doing a little math. I figured, all right, if this dude would have sold at 20 cents, 30 cents, 40, 50, he would have a whole lot more and wouldn't need to sell as much Hex. Of course, that's basic math.
No, what I'm saying, he lost $1 million just on slippage, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was more.
For sure.
Crazy.
It's crazy because for me, I be thinking these whales, they got some IQ behind it. They got some intelligence. I'm not saying I'm no expert, but I guess anyone can be a whale, anyone. And they just gonna do whatever they want to do when they think is right.
Well, you can have money and not be intelligent. I mean, It's not hard. I mean, the thing is, but the other alternative is it could have been like a rage quit. It could have been, this is my statement. I've got so much cash. I don't care if I lose $1 million. It doesn't sound reasonable, to average people, but, maybe to that individual, it's just like, yeah, this is I got something to say, and it's going to cost me $1 million to say it.
Perfect. I wanted this. Sorry, he just sent
The link.
the address.
Yeah.
The
Pull that
blockchain
up.
analysis.
Do you want me to pull that up on my screen, Famous, or you want to pull it up? Because
This is the address for the
You
whale
can
who
do it on your
dumped,
screen,
right?
it'll be awesome. I don't have one. I don't have
yeah,
one
that's what I
screen right
got
now,
from
but
Twitter
just look at
from
what he has.
Extronaut.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pull it up into breadcrumbs as well. See how this money's flowing.
Do we know if this well has any more hex staked? Not
Yeah.
not
I
liquid
don't
hex,
know.
but
No.
staked hex.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to find out, though.
Yeah, we don't know if it's on that wallet, but after a little poking around, we can figure it out. And based on what I see here, he has it's possible. What's the address here? Ends with E. It's possible he has multiple wallets based on this flow I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what they were saying in Spaces, a lot of people don't believe it was an accident. People were saying that it could be he's playing games, trying to bring down the price so people, sell.
Yeah.
But yeah, Famous.
I mean, I could definitely see that. Plus, we got all the macro stuff happening in the world. Everything is just going down. Everything's just falling apart. So, maybe he felt like, all right, let me nudge the whole community a little bit more and do this crazy move. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe he was just sick and tired of Richard Hart and everybody else.
Well, if it starts at a higher price, wouldn't it go to a higher price after the fork? Or what's the thought process behind that? Just try to get out and then get back in before the fork at a lower rate?
Now you could push the price down to where it's below your total sells. And then re-enter. Flooding the market. How far did we go down? Like not counting the wick. What was it? 3.4 cents? 3.6 cents?
0.34. I saw
0.34. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, if you think about it, if the next wave, not him or her or that individual, pushes it down to 2 cents or below, what a great entry point.
Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't happen. Or fortunately, I don't know which way you want to look at it.
There's some time.
At wallet, man.
All right, let's see what you got, Bullish.
There's something about the wallet that to me doesn't make sense. Is that he receives 500 hex from the router. That's his first transaction.
There goes the flow, and it's hitting two wallets. It's hitting the one that ends with ADE and the ones that ends with 2AA. See what this 2AA is about.
He has a Uniswap V3 NFT.
So what?
No, but that's good for his positions.
Oh.
Here's this other wallet.
Maybe that's why he cashed out, because of his NFT.
On my birthday, he sent out 381 ETH, 864,000 USDC, another 375 ETH, another 864-ish. He's been pretty busy. This other wallet that he's sending money to.
Can you scroll that up a little bit, Bullish?
Okay, so 77 days.
Or down, I'm sorry.
22 million. He added 22 million hex and 1,148 ether to liquidity V3 to mint the V3 position token.
Okay, here's the wallet that you guys sent me. So here's all the movement. So as of 3 days ago, he sent out 870 ETH.
Bullish, what's the site? It's
Well,
breadcrumbs.
he made money. He made
Breadcrumbs,
like.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Bro,
he definitely.
Since 77 days ago, he made $1.5 million.
Through liquidity providing?
Just
So he
anything.
started
I'm
providing
getting
liquidity.
into- I'm getting into his position. I'm looking at his position. How much?
I see it here because, like, for
Position
example,
cost me
like
3 million.
breadcrumbs gives you this this little image here, and that's basically when he started providing liquidity. So he started providing liquidity in March 13 of 2022.
I see here that on Etherscan, 77 days ago, he did a transaction action. He had 22.5 million hex and 1,148 ETH to liquidity to Uniswap V3, and he minted the V3 token. He has 2 of them.
Yeah.
And that token is technically worth about $3 million or $5 million, sorry. So he has 2 tokens in his wallet that technically are worth $5 million. So yeah, you see 15 million, I think is worth 50 million, not 4.
Yeah, he did Hex Wrap ETH and USDC Hex.
I think like 50 million. Because if you have 5,
And then on that same day, here it goes. Look, here it all goes. 500,000 hex, 3.5 hex, 2.5 million hex, 1.5 million hex, 2 million hex, 1.1 billion, no, 1.1
Yeah, so you
USDC.
see, so everyone's been looking at this wallet thinking this guy has 5 million, but in reality, with those 2 NFT tokens, he actually has 15. So the guy's still in his V3, the 2 NFTs.
Yeah, because
He's
look,
1/3
his
of
wallet
V3.
is still holding it. It's right here. Because
Mhm.
this is breadcrumbs, by the
And
way, if
those
anyone's wondering.
NFTs, if I'm not mistaken, are liquidity positions.
Yeah, these are the liquidity. So I have the paid version, and my wife has the full blown like $600 a month compliance version, which gives a whole bunch of other shit. But with the pay version that I have now, it gives you the information as far as like what liquidity pools in NFTs and stuff like that. And I know when you provide liquidity, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's sort of like a contract, right? So it would show up, sort of like an NFT. So that's why it's showing it up here. So this is still active in his account. So he's still providing liquidity in these 2 pools, which is Hex Wrapped ETH and USDC Hex. But yeah, now that I got this address, because I asked for this address before, so I can do a deep dive. Because he definitely has a few other wallets, so I'm gonna dig into those.
So this individual is still definitely in the game heavy. Long
Yep.
story short.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he has 2 fucking. That's when I understand those things are, man. Because he minted it.
Yeah, he still has it. He still has it.
He has 2 of them.
There's
What
another one.
What percentage of the liquidity pool is his wallet? Is it a lot?
I think
The
it's
wallet that you sent me.
over it, right? What's the liquidity pool right now?
That's what I want to know.
Last time I checked, it was like 84 million. So maybe not over. Yeah.
I'm pulling it up now. Come on.
Yeah,
Hex.
the mint for this was basically 28 million hex.
Right now, there's 95.8 million hex in the liquidity.
So yeah, he added when he did this transaction, which was
Little more than
77 days
1%.
ago, March 14. He had to add 28.7 million hex and 3.4 million USDC. And he only sold how much was it? 140 hex? 140 million hex it was? The number I kept on hearing.
Yeah, that's
around.
what it was. 140 million hex. Yep.
He's sold.
Yeah. Let me find that one.
Man, I really think this guy's doing something with it. I always
what I'm
thought
saying.
experts thought that.
Yeah, the
I don't
only
think
thing
they
I
do.
see is the. Yeah, that was a while ago already, but recent to, let's see.
Bullish is breadcrumbs .io.
Dot app.
.app. Okay. Thank you.
I'm not seeing the 140 here. Like maybe combined, but not one transaction.
I don't think we've seen the last market dump. So
Yeah, there's multiple
I think it's a
transactions
fake
going
pump
out.
happening.
Yeah, maybe total. Maybe total this adds up. Let me export this and
In the famous words, of Orca. Oh fuck, man. In the
well, I
famous
guess
words of Orca, it's a fake pump.
yeah. Well, I guess that market dump is to be determined.
Yeah, man, this shit looks like a fake pump. It went sideways. Oh my god. Sorry, guys.
So you're saying I can buy lower?
It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
It's very possible. I have I like the strategy that Hex the Way always recommends is not to like dump your whole bag into it, just save some. So I've been splitting up my bags. You know, like every time there's a little dip, it's like all right, just tap into it, take a little bit because
Exactly.
I'm expecting a lot more coming up.
That's exactly what I did. I took a little bit of my bag. I was able to pick up some at 4.05 cents. Very happy with that. If it goes down a little bit more, I still got a little bit bag ready on the side. And even if you blew your load on this recent dump, if it dumps more, if you staked it, you're fine. If you didn't, you're in a different story.
Well, you're still fine. You're just not comfortable. And I learned one thing from 2017 was the fact that like when you think things are bad, keep that dry powder safe because they can always possibly get worse. And if they don't, see, this is my strategy. If they don't, I have a lot of like low limit orders on Matcha. But if they don't, I can carry that extra dry powder right into Pulse Chain, and there'll be plenty of opportunity, you know, going forward in the next 6 to 12 months. I mean, so, you know, a lot of people have this fear of losing out, like, oh my God, I'm going to miss that low number. You know, that's what people were doing at like 6 cents and 5 cents. You know, I only got a 53% fill on one of my low orders during this last dump. But I'm like, that's okay. That's 53%, like that I'm very happy with. So, you know, just, but it's a learning lesson. I would have shot my whole load, you know, back in 2017, 2018, you know, so I would have never anticipated like 3,800 BTC at that point. Just be honest.
So there he goes. His Uniswap position, showing it right there. So yeah, out of his whole bag, it's very small. He's holding most of everything in. As far as the incoming volume, that's coming in is majority ETH. Uniswap V3. Uniswap V3 position. Very small. See this one, outgoing volume. Unidentified, but we can figure out what's going there. More unidentified, we can figure out what's going on there. Yeah, and Uniswap V3 NFT position. So he's still pretty much in the game. Not a lot, but he's still in the game. As far as that address.
Can we pull up if this address sacrifice for Pulse Answers or PulseX?
Let me look it up.
How much did that liquidity pull affect the market?
But dropped all the way down to the threes.
Oh, that was that drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's only about 1 or 2% of the liquidity providing pool.
So that address did not sacrifice for PulseX. Let me check Pulse.
Oh wow. Then not sacrifice for PulseX, but you've been a liquidity provider for over a year. Interesting.
Yeah, but he could use another address to
Yeah,
sat.
he's gonna be using.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely has a few more addresses that we got to look into.
Right, I keep forgetting about the aspect thing. I'm over here being a pleb. I only got a couple addresses. I don't have thousands of addresses with millions of dollars in each one. Excuse me.
Yeah, so that address he's using to provide liquidity definitely did not sacrifice for post chain either. Let's check one of
Okay.
the other ones.
Interesting.
But
How
like
did
we
you get all
said,
this money? That's what I want to know. I still don't understand how. When
It's
did you
called
put all
work,
this money
famous.
in?
I know you don't like to do it, but it's called work.
you put in that overtime somewhere. He or she.
Yeah, but you're supposed to see the money come from somewhere, man. I'm sorry. You're
Like
supposed
you
to
can't
see
see
money
like
come.
where this person made their first buys and stuff. Is that your issue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's ways.
Yeah. I have to look for it. I know.
Yes, I pretty much check all the addresses he's interacting with, and none of them are showing up for PulseX or Pulse
Huh.
Chain.
Interesting.
Um,
But this deity could have multiple addresses that we have
are
no
you
clue about.
able?
Bullish, what are you doing?
I'm making it clearer, bro.
Blowing my mind right
He's
now.
It's a
separating
method
the
to the madness,
addresses.
bro. You wanna get a clear picture of the flow. You know what I mean? Like if you zoom really in, you can see the actual transactions between address
Yep.
to address.
You can actually tell what he's thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Like, dude, like I told you guys, I'm gonna start getting into this shit. Give me a few more months. You're gonna see.
I hear you, bro.
This is a bit wild.
Yeah.
And thanks to Bob Lagai, because Bob Lagai put me onto this. Like Bob Lagai is the feds, bro. I swear.
Shout out to him. He definitely be putting.
Shout out to Bob. He's a
Bob and
great
Sam,
guy.
both of them. Got to keep an eye on them.
So yeah, so far these addresses have not are not in the sack list. So this
Interesting.
is the address that had the liquidity supposedly did the dump that we were looking at, and these are all the different addresses he interacts with, which could be his or who knows. The good thing I'm not seeing is Tornado Cash, because you would have seen a big logo here, Tornado Cash, if they use Tornado Cash.
Nice. How do they get that flag
Which flag?
for Tornado Cash?
Because it's a known public address, so
Okay.
actually I'm gonna start pulling up
Which
some
address?
of these. No,
For
like
Tornado
if
Cash.
if like Tornado Cash was used at some point, it would have like the logo would have popped up.
Yeah, no, but it tells you you don't know where it comes from, but you know where it's from.
No, you just know that there was some interaction with Tornado. The same way it says like Uniswap
sent
V3 router
himself- he
is because
sent
it
himself-
knows what it is.
He sent himself 0.1 ETH to do a transaction, which was to do a call.
Checking another address. This is I believe the #1 SAC address for Pulse Chain. So you see here how it has logos like Gate.io, Coinbase, because these are known addresses. So if it was like Tornado Cash, for example, you would have seen the logo.
So that's the same guy. You could see
Oh my
his
God, so
money's
did this guy
coming from
mint? Wait.
Coinbase.
I think this guy minted 3 of them.
Oh yeah, no, he has another address with more.
No, he minted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
5, I think.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
What are you talking about?
13, 14, 15. Bro, this guy has Uniswap V3. Bro, he's
He's
minting.
loaded.
What are you counting, famous?
He's NFTs,
looking
I
at-
believe.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The
The liquidity
my
providing
gosh.
NFTs. I don't even know what it do. Can you explain what that is to someone like me? Because I never even knew you get NFTs
It's a
for
position.
liquidity.
It's a liquidity position.
But it's not an NFT. It's a contract, right?
It's a contract.
Yeah. Yeah. So NFT is just easy way to understand it. But
Okay, understood. So
yeah,
when he
it's a smart
interacts with the
contract.
contract, he'll say, "Okay, I'm providing this liquidity," and then he wants to get out, he'll get out of that contract. Okay.
right.
Famous is deep down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Balliot there. Good to see you, bro.
Yo, he's always whenever you want to come on, Balliot. I know you're busy probably, but you're always on the streams, man. Thank you for supporting.
Yeah, Bally and his brother
See,
been
there's another
crushing
address.
the
He
crypto
sent-
fitness challenge. So shout out to them. They've been crushing it. Like, and his brother at this point is like MVP, crushing it.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
Check this out. He sent 31 ETH to this address, and this address has another 3 NFTs. Yo, man, dude, I don't know
Must be nice.
who the fuck. Yo, this is the first time I did this research. Who the fuck's been researching?
Look at this.
The whole
Look at,
fucking community got it wrong, bro. This is hilarious.
this is
Yo,
nice.
there's crazy amount. The guy's been plugging in so much. He sent 31 ETH to this address I just sent to the private chat, guys. That address, I think it's AA. He sent, and that AA has 3 of them NFTs of the
Pull
Uniswap.
this up. Wait, wasn't it the same?
Okay,
Oh,
that's
you
not
sent the transaction.
This you gotta go transaction per transaction, unfortunately.
Yeah.
As soon as I see 2 X's, I'm like, okay, what is this? He sent another 33 to another address. This address has 15 grand in USDC and has another Uniswap NFT positions. Oh man. Oh man.
All right, let's see. We got this one now. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, so we can go down the rabbit hole on this forever. So yeah, I guess what are the final thoughts on this?
One more time.
I realize this guy has a
Well, he's still in the game.
There's
That's my final thought.
149.
So, and he's loaded.
Yeah, he's
Really
clearly
loaded,
loaded.
so-
I'm definitely
He ain't
gonna
going
do a
nowhere.
deeper dive.
You know, it was now like looking at all these wallets and all these moves he's making, you could safely assume, even though we don't want to assume that he did it on purpose, right?
Yeah.
Unless it's a great percentage chance. That,
It wasn't a fat finger.
no.
Yeah, so I just set it on to track that wallet, so I'll be getting alerts as that wallet makes movements.
So,
Nice.
what would be the motive? Just to pull some cash out, or like?
It's possible, like since there's a delay, maybe pull it out, make some power moves, bridge it over, because those addresses clearly didn't sack. So
on one
Right,
of his,
right.
listen to this. On one of his payments, 33 ETH and 500 and half a million X. One of his liquidity calls.
So it would essentially just be pull out and just buy low and stack a little bit more hex before the fork. I mean, I don't know. I don't
Okay, well,
understand.
he sent 870 ETH to us 149 of it now. And he sent another. Well, he rebought his position in an NFT. He
look
rebought.
what Hooperman is saying, that he provided V3 liquidity, and after liquidating it, he still had the NFT but with no value. So that's probably why we're still seeing the contract active.
That's
What do you
crazy.
mean? 3 days ago, his last action on the 9.4 wallet. The wallet that has 149. He made a position worth 1,000. How's this guy out of the game?
Famous.
No.
I think you got to get closer to the Wi-Fi you're stealing.
Well, I guess no one has any final thoughts on that. We can move on to the next topic.
And
I
You
just
guys
don't
hear
really
anything I'm
understand.
saying?
No, we can hear you. Just you're breaking up.
No way, I'm on Ether Connect.
Connected to what? Starbucks?
Yeah, your connection's been bad the whole time. At least on my end, it's showing you got 6 out of 10 bars, and it's been like that 7, 8 the whole time you've been on. Now you're at 0.
Yeah, he's probably
yeah,
switching.
he's
He'll be
frozen.
back. Yeah, he's switching over. So yeah. What are final thoughts on that?
Be prepared.
It's just beyond what my knowledge. I just don't understand what the play is. Like I said, I guess just sell to buy low. So you have somewhere to play with, I guess.
Well, look at the percentage moves. I mean, if you can grab some upside and then, pull the trigger, push the downside, buy it back lower, if you're into that, it's a game.
When did he do that? Did he buy back in lower at a decent price? Because I would imagine someone like that probably was already in at a decent
But
price.
if you have multiple wallets, you don't have to buy directly from that same wallet, so you can't see that information.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Am I better now?
Yes,
You're
sir.
better. You're live.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you froze.
the guy rebought a position and there's 3 wallets. One has 2, one has 3, and the other one has 3. So that's 8. And one position is worth 1,349 ETH.
On one of the wallets.
Yeah, on the 9.4. The 9.4, the last thing he did was he minted a V3 token worth 2.3 million USDC and 1.349 ETH to liquidity V3. So he's supplying about 5.6 million on one wallet. One of his Uniswap V3 tokens is a $5 million liquidity for ETH. What?
What is that? Somebody's showing their.
That's the number 1 3. I just heard you. I'll send you the link.
Damn, I keep muting. I was gonna say that was the next topic, but I'll wait. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't understand the move still either. I mean, who knows?
Oh, I know what he's doing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, everyone's gonna get out of their ETH position and get into stable.
Yeah. I mean, the rate is low on ETH, isn't it?
Well, no, because it's going back up. 3 days ago, ETH went to 1.7. Now ETH is back at 1.9.
And not the price. I mean the fork amount, isn't it like lower than you're not getting one for one, right? It's like
he's gonna receive ETH and he's gonna receive ETH and USDC, and he's gonna be able to pump the price of Hex.
Thank you.
But why did he market so that big ass bag?
Why not? He probably made some good money. Well, not much actually. How much could you have made in the liquidity of ETH, of USDC and ETH? It's 5 million. It's not much. But that's still a very
I mean, not much. 5 million.
Well, not much. Small,
I'll take that.
How much are the fees? Let's go check. There's a lot of. It's like he's strategically getting better. Oh yeah, Mika.
Bullish is just making us look at his wallet.
Say what?
Bullish is just making us look at his wallet.
Yeah, right.
Oh, look at this guy. He's doing really good.
Listen, that was my wallet. I wouldn't be here hanging out with you guys right now.
Oh man. So we're gonna see low hex. Yeah, I think so. We'll see. Who knows? This is pretty
Yeah.
low hex because I've been around.
Well,
what
it
is
depends, man. Like everyone's saying, like, why did it dip? Well, it dipped because of the bad sell, but like,
Yeah, that's yeah. Because the,
Well,
the,
one
the
of
dip didn't last long. That dip did not last long. I was awake when I bought the dip. When it would drop down to like 4 and then eventually 3, I was awake, and that's how I was able to take advantage for it. It did not last long. By like half hour after I made my last transaction, it was back at 5.
Yeah, and
I
pro
think it was
tip
less
for
than that.
people. I was going
Go
to say,
ahead.
pro tip for people out there listening: figure out how to go to Matcha and set limit orders if you've got dry powder, especially
Yeah.
USDC, because of the fact that you don't have to be awake. I stopped trading over 3 years ago, and shout out to Johnny KS because of the fact that I figured out late in the game how to do these things, and I've picked up some really nice dip buys with dry powder and stuff like that. But you don't have to be awake. You don't have to be watching the markets. I don't have time for that stuff anymore. But I still want the benefit of those things. And one of the key things is like, just don't put it all on one thing. I mean, I have some low limits set that if they never get hit, so what? They never get hit. I mean, I'm not missing out on an opportunity because there's going to be so many opportunities in crypto going forward. Don't be myopic. You got to look at the macro.
so that wallet, the 9.4 with the 3 NFTs, it has 10 million out of the 285. So it has 128. So it gets 128 sold. That pool today made a percentage off of $705 million. So they made 10 million, made 1/20th of 10 million.
Sorry, famous tap. We're getting a lot of feedback through you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what is that number?
So if it's 0.3%, how much is it? Is it on the 3%? Let's say it's the lowest one, right? 0.3%. So 700 million times 0.3. It's 210 million divided by 20. He made 10.5 million. Doesn't make sense, but 705. No, 0.3%. Sorry. I had to divide it by 100. 700 divided by 0.3 divided by 100.
All right. So what's the next topic?
He made 1 million today. That's why he did that. He made $1 million in fees.
Holy shit!
That's not me, man.
No, sorry for the background noise. That's me. But no, but at the same time, those sirens were blasting off. Old business partner from like 15 years ago just called me randomly. I was like, what the hell? I haven't heard from him in like
He's
over a
watching on
decade.
the live stream. He's like, bro.
Imagine he's one of his like, yo, I recognize
saw
that
the
voice.
hex
I know
though.
who that is.
Yeah. It's like, I know that voice.
What do y'all think
No,
about
sorry.
Richard Hart's recent debate? I thought it was a big waste of time, personally.
Yeah, it was for the documentary. That's it. I mean,
Yeah,
just
like that's not even like.
moving on.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
So what's next on the docket? I think we have
Right.
a Maxi versus Hex Premium PreFork.
Nah, that's it, guys. Have a great one.
And welcome to the worst damn crypto show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked that the premium's this hot, man. Jesus.
You want
That
to punch
still
some
doesn't make
numbers in
sense
that?
to me.
Who's listing that one? Go ahead, throw your address in there.
Not gonna be me.
Also, the Maxi
see
price
those
premium went
numbers
down.
and
So, but it shows the
15 years.
premium anyway. So the premium is at 67.5. Let me zoom this in.
Yeah, it
Be
went
a little
down.
Yeah,
better.
there you go.
So there we go. We got a total of about 25.3 million. The current price is
2.2% gain.
14, and it's at a 67.5 premium.
So our T shares worked and they got us a 2.6 ROI up till now. That's crazy.
Not yet.
But yeah, so I know I said this a lot, but I redid the calculation. He made 105 grand today in that position.
Sure, he did. Yeah. We can't believe you just gave us like 4 different numbers, man.
No, because I want to give the lowest pool possible because there's a 0.05% pool and there's a 0.3 pool. So like most probably he's in the 0.05% pool. If he put 10 million in the other one,
He's a big
that's
boss.
crazy, man.
So what is this now? Who is this? Somebody's actual address we're looking at here?
No,
Help
no,
me
no.
out.
This
Okay.
is just
This
the
is the-
default.
Okay.
Yeah. I can try to plug in some random address.
Right.
Let's go to the PulseX hack.
After the check out that Pulse Doge chart. I want to see the price at $3. It's at $3.
Topic number 3.
That
Yeah,
turkey's
that's
pumping that hard, man.
definitely gonna get to. But at one point, correct me if I'm wrong, it was already over $3 at some point, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it hit $5.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember when I cleaned, it was, or not, sorry, when I swapped for Hex, I think it was like 3.8, like 3.80, $3.80, something like that, if I recall.
Yeah, it was definitely higher, like you said. I think it was even $4 at one point.
A while back, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it, like 404 or something like that? It got up to.
Let's go check out
We're still looking at something here, Bullish?
No, I'm just plugging in random
Pulling
addresses
up a
from
random address.
Oh, okay.
see who has
Okay.
Maxi up in here, see if it updates. I don't think it updates the stats. I think the premium is the premium no matter what, as far as what it shows here. But yeah, but we're done with this.
Wow. Yeah, the highest wick was like 536, but just on the candles, you're like 369. So.
You have a fan in chat,
Pulse
famous?
that.
Someone said, "Nice to meet
You're
you, my
famous.
friend."
Oh, it's Child. Shout out. Thought.
What's up, bro?
Lily pushing. What? Nice meeting you during that Lily pushing fracas with clown man child in tweet chat with Orca.
I don't remember, but pleasure to meet you too, man. We spoke already, Thoughts Child.
Yeah, I remember.
The first basis.
Just keep it different, man. What do you say? Do something.
Yo.
different.
No.
Oh, don't get him going.
Send them the link, man. Send them the link.
Thoughts, Child. I gotta look at your percentages. I've been following this guy's adoption since his increase in viewers since his first stream. So
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Looking in the
just,
game
I
for a
believe he
long
just
time,
recently
man.
uploaded a newer video too, right? A recent video he just uploaded.
He's been in the game a long time.
Yo, guys, did you guys check out the Hedron liquidation? They already bought some of them. There's 2 left.
Hedron's been dipping all day today.
It's 2 active liquidations. One for 0.7 B share, 760 B shares, and another one for 590. A billion Hedron. Or 250 million.
Let's show our Philly brother some love
we're-
right here.
We're in the middle of the bear market, so expect lower lows, I think. I don't think we've suffered enough, you know? At least I don't feel like I've suffered enough, so I need more.
Yo, man, you don't want to suffer more, man. Come on.
I do.
Who's suffering? Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like Nagabo. Dump it. Sell it.
dump that shit.
Dump that shit,
Don't give him all the
motherfucker.
offer. Don't give him all the offer. We don't have super chats yet.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen like my Hexa bag like double. So I'm loving this right now. I hope it drops more so I can buy more.
I just
Oh,
look
yeah,
at my
man. You killed
I
it,
look
man.
at my
After 3
MAXI and 15-year stake, you know, riding that MAXI. And for me, I'll be 69 years old when that stuff comes out. But I definitely will be sitting in some broke ass nursing home. That's for sure.
At 69 now, man, you're gonna be having fun. Come on, man.
Bro,
69.
you know, I'm 54 now, so I mean, you know, you count the numbers. But I
That
bet.
55, he's still swinging the golf club, man. Sure, come on.
Oh, definitely, bro. Thanks to Jim Rat Crypto and Sam Stoltz. Shout out to them.
I was just gonna say that.
Bro, these guys have got me like pumping. Like I've put on. At
Yeah,
least
like I like. Let me tell you
14
something.
pounds.
Since we're talking about this, like,
Okay.
shout out to everyone in the challenge. Like everyone who's like, you know, the 200 plus of you who are still like active every day out of the 450 people that signed up. Like, shout out to you guys. Like, you guys are crushing it. Like, I get to see like a lot of the stuff behind the scenes. So like, people are making progress. It's amazing. It's inspiring. Like, I can't wait to like the end of the 90 days that we can just, you know, figure out a way to like document and do like a nice like sizzle reel, like documenting like,
Nice.
you know, day 0 to day 90. Because man, like some of the like the before and afters, just like, you know, the first measurement to like yesterday's measurement, I'm just like, wow, you can, it's noticeable, like it's working. So like, shout out to everyone who's involved.
Yeah, Belush, I totally rugged myself on the app because of just missing some days and stuff like that. But yeah, I have to get in there and post the update and stuff like that. But it's noticeable. I mean, I actually had to go to my printer and like print out the photos and be like, holy shit, like there's changes going on right here. You know, it's like it's incredible.
I
It
know.
doesn't take much, man. Take yourself
No.
to do it properly. You stay consistent.
Yeah, like Bally and Bull Rush, like
Yeah,
like he like his results, like that's why I'm calling him like MVP at this point, because
I
this is
saw
like
that.
in 4 weeks. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
Do you guys check
it's
for performance enhancing drugs test? No.
no, there's no
4
No.
weeks. No?
well, we have Sam on it, so
This ain't the international bodybuilding competition.
Man, that shit's expensive. We're all buying Hex. We can't afford
Bunch of
it.
plebs, yeah. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
just
I
not
start-
eating McDonald's.
That's why I stay skinny, man.
Yeah, I stopped drinking beer. I stopped eating late,
Nice.
and I started going to the gym 4:30 in the morning before work, and then when I get home around 5 o'clock after, I just do 2 a-days. Man, my girlfriend's like, "Holy shit, you're like a different person." It's only
Right,
been like
yeah.
a month and a half.
30
what's
days,
up.
bro.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
I actually started like a week before the whole challenge,
Yeah,
like
me too.
announcement launch. And when it launched, I was just like, cool. I'm like, this will just help spur me on towards my goals, because one of my things is that this was my own personal goal, was when I got to PulseCon, was I'm like, I want to be that different person, you know, like just because either you degen, you know, down the old habits and roots, that type of thing, or, you know, you level up your game and you go forward. And the mental clarity, you know, I mean, it all actually started with Matty Allen and that Omega 369 stuff, and it kind of built up from there. But, you know, really Sam and Jim Rat Crypto have really brought it home as far as like getting that motivation and that content out there. So, you know, I appreciate those guys because they're bringing that different level to crypto, as far as like that lifestyle. You know, when I think of like a crypto lifestyle, not the crypto lifestyle I was living 5 years ago. I mean, it's really something, you know, force positive, and you know, I think it's for the better.
And I got to get in shape now because if everything takes off like people think, I'm going to look like Richard.
Hey, you know, I'm wrong with that. He's living his best life.
I'm going to be eating Famous's pasta all day.
Oh, yeah, man.
You want to eat some good pasta? I got to give a shout out to his name is Hex or Jimbo Hex. Bally and I were out there in Portland a couple weeks ago, and this guy's doing like fresh, like handmade pasta daily out of a food truck. He just found a new space. The owner of the other space where he had his pod set sold it, but this guy, 3-star Michelin food, like incredible 4-course meal. He served me and Bally, and we talked for about 4.5 hours. Like it was almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And we're just like, it's great, so, shout out to Hexicans are doing those different things.
We're going to have a sauce competition now.
Sauce. You got the sauce?
That's one thing I will never turn down, man. Sauce competition. Come on.
Bro, hit me a recipe. I'll try you.
I can't. Unfortunately, I can't.
Family secret.
Come on,
I can. Man, I promise. On our dying grave, I can't, man.
Oh, I got a few repertoires, bro. All right.
I'll just tell you to leave the kitchen for 5 minutes, and then that's it. Just tell me no on stream, but hit me in the DM, okay? Yeah, that's honestly, if you want a normal good pasta, like you take the tomatoes fresh, squash them, start off the pan with garlic, and you put some chopped onions. You just throw the shit in it. You taste it. If it tastes too acid or whatever because of the garlic, add a bit of sugar. Whatever you want. I put a little butter in it. To each their own. And you just cook it.
Yeah.
Make sure you add some water. I add the water of the pasta. So when you're boiling the pasta,
you want the starches.
Yeah. You take that water, a bit of it. That you could add anything you want to that. Clams. You could add shrimp. You could add meat, minced meat. You could take minced meat, pork minced meat. The different kinds.
Sure.
Cook that same thing, put that with oil, garlic, added a couple basils in there. Have my fresh basil plant. Where is it?
I study sauces, so I mean,
it's very simple. But then there's the other thing where you have to cook it. You keep it, you let it sit.
That sounded dope. I study sauces. You got the sauce, huh?
So,
it's actually true.
Let him keep going. He sounded like a Forrest Gump in that Forrest Gump movie with the shrimp.
So
just kept going.
If you really want to get,
you could add the minced meat to it. You
gotta squish the tomatoes by hand.
So Hexix, do you know the 5 mother sauces?
What's that? Yeah.
Do you know the 5 mother sauces?
Let's go with the bechamel. Let's go with oh God, you put me on the spot right off the top. You threw me a curve because I was thinking about the science of food. God dang, I'm ruined.
Sorry, I don't remember them either, but I knew them.
I do. I know these things off the top of my head, but it's like trying to name that guy that like his name's Lincoln, his name's Trayvon. It's like what? Oh God, I'm ruined.
Oh,
for you next time.
Good shit.
That should be. We should brand that. We should white label that. Put into a bottle, and just remove your pantyhose.
I'm gonna read this in the gym rat voice. My marinara removes panties, yo, but my pantanesca causes touchless or orgasms, yo. Siciliano here. Nah, that wasn't that good.
That was pretty good.
I love what he does. He starts reading like that.
Sauce, though, bro.
You know what we gotta do? You know what you gotta do as a meme? Take your voice, but like his just overlap his video on it.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah.
He's gonna listen to it. He's like, "That's not my voice."
Oh, man.
Get like an AI thing of gym rat, troll everyone. It's the gym rat voice.
Oh, I already famous. I hit up Orca for the script that we were talking about the medical parody, the side effects.
Yeah. Orca's on.
Did you guys see this comment here?
Write the script.
From Far Aliens, he said he bought 2 30-packs of Budweisers on sale and walked them back to the campsite 1 mile away. Kicked my arse to give away with hex stickers yesterday to all the campers. Sore as fuck today.
Shout out to you, brother.
So
we appreciate
put
you.
some hex stickers on a 30-pack and gave them out to people. Yeah, that's dope.
Smart, man.
That's dope marketing.
That's smart, man.
Yeah, that's smart.
And you got the workout in. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Far Out Aliens, when Montana, bro.
And we should do that, man. We should make some wine and send it to Gary V. Put some hex stickers on it.
Don Child's having a blast right now. The chat.
Honestly, famous. That's not a bad idea, especially if you know someone that makes good wine.
Well, if a Hexagon makes one.
That's not a bad idea at all. He would definitely look into that for sure. He loves that type of shit.
And imagine we make each bottle like an HSI.
Who was it that was in the spaces the other day? He was saying that the guy who lives in Italy has a Ferrari, I think.
Rob?
Yeah. He was mentioning something.
Probably knows some people in vineyards in like France or something.
Yeah, he was mentioning that his the property that he got that he's gonna be able to like produce like a small batch of wine. And he's trying to figure out how to like NFT or something like that. I remember him talking about that.
Yeah. It's true. He did mention that. He definitely knows a bunch of people.
Yeah, so he mentioned something like that he's already like working on that and like started making moves to like come up with a wine that's like NFT.
That wine's gonna be shit. But it has an NFT. You should buy it anyway.
Oh, man, I almost got him on my head. Like, so you got me going. All right. So tomato, bechamel, Espanol, velouté, and what's the last one? Damn it. Velouté. Oh, shit. Pissing me off now. Anyways.
Well, I know you Googled it, so it's right in front of you. Just read it to me.
What's that? Google it.
So I know you Googled it. It's right in front of you.
On.
Just read it.
1 second.
He went from knowing none to knowing 4 of them, right?
No.
Just tell me what the 5th is.
Hold 1 second. Let me type this.
No, I used to know him.
Hollandaise.
Hollandaise. Yes,
that's what I missed. All right, Hollandaise.
Yep. Yeah, I had a buddy who was a fine dining chef, and he would get drunk, and every single time he would get drunk, he would get on Xbox and just start roasting people about not knowing their mother sauces. I'm like nobody cares. Like, what are you talking about? And he would just start like asking people, labeling them over and over and over. And I eventually like learned it. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah,
man?
yeah.
I've never heard of those things, but
yeah, there's like 5 sauces that are like the base of every recipe, I guess.
Mother sauces, yeah. Harold McGee, Science of Food and Cooking. Great book.
Okay. So the t-shirt price is pretty low, $1,500. Oh no, it's actually $1,800 today. We're at 8 cents right now. Oh wow.
God damn, man.
Yeah, like I'm excited because when I bought those bags at like 5, 4, and 3, when I did the math, I was getting like under 1,000 per t-shirt. I was like, this is sweet.
Man, I didn't listen to you guys, and I FOMO'd out.
A little over 1,000.
And I didn't have a bag, and I was in the spaces when you're buying that shit, and it just sucked. Because I wish I could have bought.
Don't worry, bro. You'll get it next time.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's what I've been telling all my onboards too.
We all have enough. We just want more. That's it.
Oh, I don't have enough. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't know how big your bag is, bro, but I don't have enough, bro.
Yeah. Well, no, man, because you don't have enough, because you want more.
Well,
you do have. You're already in it.
I'm in it, but I don't have enough.
I'm telling you, one day I'm gonna laugh at that 200. I'm telling you, 200.
Dude, when I hear stories of people buying t-shirts for like 60 cents, I don't have enough.
I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be insane.
The next narrative will be, I remember I got into PLS at whatever price,
10,000 per dollar.
Jesus.
You think you could? Nah.
When I hear 60-cent t-shirts, I'm like, fake news. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't got enough. I don't want to hear that shit.
I know everybody in the Twitter spaces has already heard it, but for the past 6-7 months, my girl's been dogging on me about this whole thing. She threw a couple G's at Hex recently, and it was at like 4.1 cents. She's already doubled her bags. I'm sitting here still in the negative.
Yeah, women are generally smarter, man.
Now, right? At least you got her on board now.
Yeah.
You should have more t-shirts, though.
Oh, yeah. I have way more than her total, but she got in at almost half of what I did, and I was
Yeah, the
like,
turtle always wins the race, man.
fuck.
Yeah, I got in at 20 cents.
I was like, you'll be 3x your bag by the time I break even again. Sick.
Well, it depends on how long she wants to stay in now.
All right, yeah. We'll see. I don't think it's very long, but we'll see.
I
She's
think
got
she'll put
a
all-
she's
gonna
got a
put all the
goal in
pressure on
mind.
you.
Yeah.
She's gonna she's putting all the pressure on you to maintain those 15 years.
Oh, of course, of course. I have to do all the work around here. Are you kidding me? I wish I could take this camera with me and show you the other two rooms. It's a nightmare. It's everything's getting renovated. It's
Oh,
your
tell
dad.
me about renovations.
Your dad's a carpenter, right? So that means you know how to do it.
No, my dad's no carpenter. My dad definitely not a carpenter.
No, that's my father is. So that's what. She
Oh,
says.
your dad is.
Yeah,
My cousin is one too. I hear it all the time. But that's dope, man. Carpentry. I was doing a bunch of it. We did the floors. Redid the doors. We're gonna redo them.
Is that tile installing?
Man, I like geometry and like building stuff. So like the triangulation formula with carpentry is like pretty impressive. How it like so strong. Anyway, I don't want to go into it, but you probably know what I'm talking about.
All right, guys. I gotta take off. I'm sorry. I'd love to stick around, but I got a meeting to attend. I just got a call, so
All right, Roland, take care.
I'll see you guys. And Bullish, I'll be in touch with you, bro.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on. Peace.
Take care, Zoko.
Thanks, man. Peace out, Tap.
May
If you're
Hex
still
be with
here
you.
listening, Hex be with you.
Thank you, sir.
See you guys.
So,
But yeah, should I pull up that Kyler video? I haven't even seen it yet. Let's see
yeah,
what
everyone's
it says.
freaking out over the negativity in crypto. Hey, man, I don't know what everyone's talking about because our community is just loving each other. So,
Alright, let's
you know what I
see.
mean?
Can you hear it?
What's up, Hexagon? So I just wanted to make a quick video because I love you guys and I think we need better leaders. So I'm gonna step up to the plate because I'm watching grown men much older than me act so childish and just hurt us. So this is my quick point. You guys have changed my life, like as a whole. Every single one of you, from Richard to Rackham, from RG3 and Kinetics to Motley, from Freddie Quotes to Wales, you guys have all changed my life as a whole. So my point is that we are so much stronger together. If we would just stop fighting with each other about these dumb little things, we could realize that we're fighting something so much bigger, and it stands no chance for, like, against all of us when we're together. And that's just my point. So please grow up, because we got so much good things to do in this world.
It's a good message.
You guys can hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
was.
going to say that.
I agree with him.
I agree with him too.
Yeah, we're acting like fucking children out there. It's funny.
Well, not us. They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the
But,
sidebar shit is nonsense. I mean,
I mean, I laugh at that. There's been memes galore this week that I found from people. I can pull those up if you guys want to laugh a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. Someone posted
No,
this.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yo, I'm
Yeah, you
sorry,
see-
those bags are awesome. Those two
you see
bags
the
are-
red crayon he used at the bottom of that to like fill it in. If you look
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
zoom in, yeah.
Yeah, of course. You have to.
Try
Thanks
log
for that
chart.
reason, liquidity.
Oh, let's talk about Alex Lorenzo. You guys think he has that troll account, man? Oh, man.
Yeah, with the clown.
Yeah. People were saying that. It's kind of strange that I guess the clown follows Alex Lorenzo and Alex Lorenzo follows the clown, and then Alex Lorenzo only follows 28 people. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I trolled him a bit today. In fact, I sent him a thing to Crypto in the Morning, and I was just like, hey, join Sam and GRC. Like, I'm sure they'll open a space for you.
Yeah, he's staying away, I think, for good reasons. Here's another meme. This is for Eric Wall. He's trying to sleep, but
He probably beats himself to his own picture.
Eric, bro, you
Oh,
look
God.
better as a girl.
Fuck, man. I used to like an haircut back in the day, man.
This is Rackham in RG3. I don't know, but yeah.
That's not nice for RG3, man. Rackham, it doesn't look far off, but RG, why?
Well, they just put the bandana on.
RG3 is wrecked.
Yeah, but RG3's a nice guy, man. What the fuck? Right?
No,
Oh, he's an OG.
He
He is. He's a great guy. I'm sorry.
has a bit
Sorry,
more hair on
RG3.
the
It's just a joke.
No.
This was my favorite one. I think this is
That
What's
was
his name,
disturbing.
well, it's his wife. I think so. It's just
No, I'm
funny.
not saying his wife is disturbing. Just his forehead with the bulge, like the
It's
brainiac
a big ass
thing
forehead. Yeah.
Going. Yeah.
With the vipers. And I guess Wales was shocked that McDonald's managers make like 150 to 175K a year. So this was a meme
Yeah.
of him and Axis flipping burgers.
We were talking about that on Friday night stream on Discord Syndicate. Was the fact that Kinetics threw it out in Colorado that some of the mid management level like managers were making 150K a year. He was blown away.
I mean, I was blown away when I heard it. It's still hard to believe. Like, what? Man, people got masters and they make half that, you know? So,
Yeah. School of Hard Knocks pays off.
but yeah, that's all I got for memes. I mean, I got other ones, kind of insulting ones like this, but I don't know. Just dumb stuff.
I mean, I wanna
These
see
ones
that
I
shot.
made, but
Yeah, see, that's amazing.
Oh, there you go. That's a likeness right there.
I have Sam as Osama. I don't want to pull that up. This
No,
was a
no,
great
please,
picture
please,
from
please.
Richard. I loved it. You want to see Sam as Osama? I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's not 100%, but
Oh my god,
he had
that's
the beard.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, see, when these things are all in good fun type stuff, I mean, it helps, like build community and we can laugh at ourselves, that type of thing. It's when you're being helpful, not hurtful. If you're trying to build up and not tear down, I mean, I'm all for, the positivity aspect of it. But, when people are trying to, just be cruel for being cruel's sake, it's like, get your Twitter fingers back in your pocket and just, sit it out till the bull run. You'll be singing Kumbaya.
Yeah, I'm always reluctant to post something because I'm like, oh man, did I take it too far, kind of thing. So if I do ever take it too far, just let me know. Those
Yeah,
are
well,
not my intentions.
You have the
Yeah,
best
and
meme, in my opinion.
I've made a point of that is like to be extra careful on liking something or commenting on something. Not because I don't have an opinion. Everybody's got their own original thoughts, that type of thing. But I don't feel the need to like have somebody validate me by sticking it out there or prove a point or something like that. You have to, I don't know. You just have, I don't know why people are like more, braggadocious, like on Twitter and stuff like that than they would be in real life. Would you treat that person the same way if you walked up to them on the street, that type of thing?
I think a lot of the trolls are the younger generation. So at least for me, growing up in like Miami area, like people just kind of don't give a fuck and they just do what they want. They think it's funny, especially if they're like 16, 18 years old, 20, even
that's
some people that
everywhere,
are in their 30s. Yeah, they just.
But that's everyone, though. I think it's just Twitter.
Well, the older people aren't gonna be fucking posting memes. I mean, actually, Crypto Harvey put up a meme today. It was actually funny. Let me pull it up. But yeah, oh, I actually have it right here. Perfect. So what else is going on, guys? Nothing.
Well, there's, MAXI token is probably going to come out with Team token.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that. That's what I was forgetting.
There's.
Can you speak on that Team token? Like, I actually caught the end of his space.
From what I understand, you're going to have to sacrifice your MAXI for it. The rest, it's I was listening to Bubba guy sent me all the info. I was listening to the Twitter space, and he lost me a bit because I was like, I was just okay, fine, but I was really trying to listen to what it would do to the team and how that affects you. But I'm pretty sure they're still building it. So for now, there's going to be something that you'll get with Maxi, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll burn Maxi. So that 15-to-1 ratio that I always spoke about might occur. I don't know. I really think it's possible. It's at 60% now, and it's not even started yet.
I don't know. That's what I'm trepidatious about that. But then again, the details have not been fleshed out. I really want to see what the game theory and everything is behind it. But like, I'm pretty happy with my Maxi bag right now. Like, if I lost everything and still have my Maxi bag, I'd be a happy camper.
Well, listen, it's going to be worth what, 3-to-1 at least?
I don't know.
So I really do see that 5x, because if from a 5x, it could go down 80%, and 80% would be back to $3.
Let's wait and see.
Well, 3-to-1 ratio. Sorry, not $3. 3-to-1 ratio.
I bought in during the mint phase, and all I remember is when they had the thing on the dashboard where you could like plug in your address and like just do your 15-year and use the calculator and just play with numbers. And I didn't even play with Hedron price. I just played with hex price at very low valuations. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, I told DipCather, I'm like, I spent 23 minutes picking my face off the floor. I'm like, if this can be possible.
Realistically, I don't think the calculations of how we calculate our potential returns are possible. I don't think it is. I think they're just leading. But I'm the guy who always says that. It's nice to have, but I don't think it'll ever do that, regardless of adoption. So
based on DipCather, he said there will be a minting period where you can burn Maxi and mint team. Team holders share 50% of the BPB bonus, which may be redeemed in hex yearly after perpetual 1-year pool stake finishes its cycle. Moreover, other things may be dropped to team stakers, for example, and he's guessing here, bonuses from other pools from this ecosystem. And keep in mind, there's no expectations and things may change or fail. So there's another token also that he mentioned, an unnamed token. Where's that? It says, so there's going to be an unnamed token, and that unnamed token represents the 1-year perpetual rolling stake contract, similar to Maxi.
Okay.
So. And let's see what else, because I'm looking at some other stuff. Okay, here's some other stuff that he said. With Maxi supply being 294 million, an indication some percentage of supply will be burnt to mint team. He also said, I can't wait for more details on token distribution of team. Yeah, so I guess when he comes back from his wedding and honeymoon, we'll know more. But essentially, team is a perpetual 1-year rolling stake. And he also said on that Spaces, I believe, that once he's done launching this one, he's going to do a perpetual 15-year stake. So essentially Maxi V2 at perpetual. So that means when the 15-year stake is done, it would just create an automatic new restake. And there's going to be some token that represents that. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, no expectations.
What I don't understand, so you're sacrificing Maxi, how they're going to turn that into Hex and then stake the Hex?
No, you'll be able, I think what they're saying is that token, you'll be able to redeem Hex with that token. So they're probably going to have
Maxi never redeemed. You're going to need Maxi forever, so no one's going to ever redeem Maxi.
You're going to redeem in Hex. So
I like that.
So team, when you're giving your team, you know what I mean, you're getting Hex in return. You know what I mean, like.
Well,
I
think
like
about
the
it.
fact. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, go.
No, I was just going to say I like the fact that with the MAXI contract is that there's no end state penalty. So like when your stake's over, you're getting drained 1% per week after 2 weeks, until 152 weeks or whatever, 151 weeks it runs out. With the MAXI token, at the end of that 15 years, if you choose to go redeem 10% of your MAXI, and you just hold on to that remaining part of the MAXI contract they ended in, you're not getting penalized.
Nope.
Oh, because it's
it's
just
already
sitting in
ended.
the pool waiting for you to redeem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why, imagine if it's worth 15-1 and we end up getting 5-1, why would you return your MAXI?
Well, another thing they
That's
said
what I'm
about
getting
Team,
at, where it's like I see them creating something with it where it's like, okay, perpetual.
yeah,
You hold MAXI, you get a percentage.
you never get rid of it essentially, because he did say in order to participate with Team, you do need MAXI.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure whichever other one he comes out with, you're probably still going to require MAXI to participate going after that. So, yeah, it's just like he said, it's gonna create buy pressure on Hex and on MAXI.
Well, it's going to save it from dumping. So it's going to save
Right.
what? A couple,
No one's gonna want to get rid of it. So like, there's gonna be a bunch of buy pressure just to like people gonna want to get in.
It's going to be crazy.
Exciting. Looking forward to that update.
Oh yeah, and don't discount the double bags.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that we haven't even been talking about.
I'm sitting there, I'm running. Okay, so I have a stake coming up here in 20 days that's ending, and I'm anticipating what 4 options of what I want to do with it. My initial one is just run good accounting. That way I don't have to worry about tax implications, that type of thing. But I have 3 other thoughts towards it. And, one of the things is I thought, I'm like, well, I could double my, MAXI bag. Right. And then I'm like thinking, and I'm running the calculations, and I'm like, wait a minute, my MAXI bag's going to double when I get Pulse Chain launch. I'm like, holy shit. Yeah. Those are outstanding numbers, gentlemen. And that doesn't incorporate any sacrifices for PLS, PLSX, single-sided staking on PLSX, PLSD. Shout out to Wolverine. Good chatting with you in the DMs. And I mean, there's so much ridiculous winning coming ahead for the Hex community. It really is incredible. I mean, people can be sad lads right now, but if you're really forward thinking and looking, like, just time takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen a week. It's the same way with building muscle. I mean, what it looks like in 30 days is not what it's going to look like in 90 days. And you can look forward to that and what it looks like in 8 months, in 8 years, for the younger people. I'm not that young, but for you who are, in your 30s, 40s, that type of thing, it's going to be ridiculous.
I always
we're
talked
all
about
excited.
I talked about this with Hex is the Way, and we did a stream about it where we were talking about cycles, right? And, although people say it, we don't have much cycles. I myself may have 4. If I'm lucky, I'm going to be shitting myself at 90, but, so then I'm going to be maybe 3 cycles? So we got to think about, like, what's the next step? How do we want to use these ladders? How do we want to utilize Hex? Because it's only going to go for 3 cycles. And what I mean by cycles is 1 to 5,555. It's going to be 45 years, 47 years. So I was always thinking, like, how would you attack, first of all, I'll ask 2 questions, obviously, because your experience. How would you attack it knowing that you only have maybe 2 cycles for your situation? And how would you attack it if you knew you had more? Like in my situation, for our age, right? how would you utilize the first cycle, right? Because we all could agree that if we all, regardless of our age, if we start the first day of the second cycle and we end the second day, we all have that potential. But none of us have the potential of restarting the first cycle. So how does someone utilize this first cycle to position themselves properly for the second one? If you understand my drift.
I do. Because like for me, I mean, tops, I got, Lord willing, creek don't rise, that type of thing. I got like basically 2 cycles. I'm 54. So if you want to run 2 15-year cycles and stuff like that, I'll be 84. God, I hope I'm freaking dancing, at that point. But I have the longevity of good genes in the family, that type of thing. So I'm focused on one cycle, right, and doing thing right this particular cycle. But there's also, you got to understand, there's also, that's broken up. There's many cycles in between that. It's not just one straight 15-year cycle. There's other opportunities along the way. I mean, you just look at the halving aspects of Bitcoin and stuff like that. The up, down, the up, down. When that correlation breaks at some time in the future, I don't see it as 100% continuous, in 2 cycles, 15-year cycles. I don't see that as a continuous thing over 30 years. So I think for myself is like, I would do the exact same thing that I plan on doing now. I mean, a lot of people have DM'd me and said, hey, what's your strategy for this, that, like Pulse Chain launch and stuff. And I'll reiterate 100%. I mean, I'm going to take these 2 hands and I'm going to sit on it. They say, what are you going to do? And I'm like, what I'm going to do, I've already done. It was the sacrifice for Pulse Chain. It was a sacrifice for PLSX. I'm not going to change that. My ratios are completely different for the 2 events. It's a 1:7 ratio for me personally, but I see all these hexagons like talking about ratio trading, a couple of weeks ago. It just blew up on Twitter and in the spaces and stuff. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, you guys have gone from, like, we don't have to trade that type of thing to I'm swapping my PLSX for PLS and, God bless you. I'll watch and see what happens. So there's just too much winning right now. I mean, there's so many different things. I don't have all that time to focus on these things. It's like the less is more mentality is just my derivative, but that's me. That's no recommendation to anybody else. If you're more aggressive, great, go for it. And I wish you well. But as for me, I've already done everything I'm going to do. I do have some things pre-launch that I'm focused on, and I hope we get those dips type thing. But I mean, outside of that, it's going to be the wild, wild west when Pulse Chain launches. It's a whole new ball game, folks. And just sit back and get your popcorn.
Yeah, and up on the screen for like anyone who's wondering, like cycles, as you see here, these are like the previous, what most people consider cycles. And as you can see, our next cycle is not into March 25th, around there, 24th, that time frame, 2024. So we got some time before, we start, potentially seeing new all-time highs. So, these are the cycles that are famous and Hexdex are talking about.
Yeah, and for anybody listening, like the whole DCA aspect is the money to be made is right now. Between now and that March period, I mean, on the way to the run-up, this is where millionaires are made. You just don't see it yet. It doesn't feel that way, but this is where you make your money. You make your money at the price you pay, not at the price you sell. And if you can understand and wrap your head around that, you're going to come out winning. Just understand that, it's not doom and gloom right now. Things are tough, things are tight, but we all go through those cycles. This is the opportunity you have right now, is when everybody's naysaying and crying about the market. If you just stay steady Eddie and you go in there and you just remove emotion and boom, 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 keep hitting, you'll be happy. Ladder last come March. Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy.
That's why I keep buying, Famous. You hear that?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just have I just have a different sentiment about how
Okay.
crypto's moving. The one thing we haven't seen in like I would say 8 years is a reason not to dump. So yeah, I might dump, but I see too much happening in the real world. Too much adoption that's like it's like how do people not see that? Like, oh my God, they're getting into this. This company's getting into that. People are looking into the technology. Countries are not banishing things. Countries are adopting. Countries are utilizing the power of crypto, Bitcoin, whatever, anything possible of crypto. That I don't think the
What
2017.
What about the whales control everything? What about narrative? And even with all these new players, the whales are still in control, even if less control than it was in 2017. And by whales, I mean Richard Hart. I'm just kidding.
Well, Richard just wants to prove a point. He's the best. So does he
What
have
if he
to?
like played the game of Bitcoin like thinking like 100 years ahead? He never sold one of them. Just kept buying and buying. There's a chance. He's that crazy.
Yeah, but there's just something that like I always have this like humanly like instinct to like think about like what are we missing? Because if it's not plain and simple in front of us of what we think, it's always that little like when you look back at it, you're like, ah, fuck, it was because of that. And I think right now we're in a situation where it's like they can't stop crypto. They can't. They just can't. As hard as they tried. They did better with the COVID than they did with crypto. About controlling us, utilizing us for what they wanted. They can't do nothing with crypto anymore. They've tried for years. The first time it happened, it made the price drop. But now, DeFi made the price drop like a motherfucker, but it's still
Right.
pumped. And it was all about scams. NFTs, we think it's a scam. It does scam, but it was not as bad as DeFi because it's already established. Yeah, we went from 2 trillion to 1 trillion, but it's still like, why aren't we dumping more? If DeFi is not the reason for crypto sustainability, and NFT was, well, we just shook out the NFTs and now DeFi is maintaining it. The consistency of DeFi is maintaining it. And what is Hex wants the consistency of DeFi. There are other projects that are consistent too, not as much, but they don't give you the same return. But they're helping keep the price up. ETH, all the things on ETH, Uniswap, liquidity providing. Even central exchanges are not letting them like as much. They're not making the price down because there's no reason to make the price down. Yeah, whales are controlling it, but like if it goes down to 10,000, like I think other coins are gonna go up. I've said this for a year and a half. I think ETH is taking over. Everyone says, yeah, it is. But like, do you really know what that means? ETH taking over. Like,
Well, I think
ETH is gonna take over. It's gonna take over.
Well, look at the. Sam talks about this on the Crypto Morning Show. Is the S curve adoption? And we're at less than 5%. What worldwide bullish? Correct me if I'm wrong when I'm saying this, but we're looking at like in 5 years, like 50%. Of people worldwide will be in some form of crypto, blockchain, and that adoption curve is increasing. So I think you're correct, Famous, in the fact that, this is why we're not seeing those huge back returns. We're seeing the dips, but it's progressively at a higher level.
You know, like the 2017, the dips, it killed everything. Projects got kicked out. Um, things were getting rugged. There were legal action being taken place. Marketings were getting shut down. You know, Facebook ads were getting shut down. Everything was getting shut down. Nothing's getting shut down now. Things are dipping. Okay,
Do you
but we're
think
only
there's
playing
less
with $2 million.
scams? Less scams in
No,
the
it was just
market? More.
was getting shut down. You weren't allowed to do anything. No trading. No nothing. The massive things, Cryptopia, all these places, they closed their doors.
Yeah,
Right.
AML plays a huge part in that too.
Exactly. And back then in 2017, that was a big factor for the dip. There's a lot of problems, a lot of legal problems. Bitfinex, XRP, there was the USDT problem. They were running into a lot of legal problems, which forced people to not have their money there. Not that they didn't want to be there. Well, we saw that they did because it came back. But now it's like, what's bringing us to the point of that? There's nothing really. Crypto has never been more adopted. I live in a country where they rejected to tax it. Right now, right here.
Yeah. Well, far out aliens
I
like
spoke with
so
a girl
Steve.
yesterday that said that you could buy properties in Brazil.
Hey, you know, if you were, I mean, what is it? You know, 5, 7 years ago. I mean, you know, you could have bought property here in Montana, you know, but just not directly with crypto, but from crypto gains type thing. But we're getting to the point, and NFTs actually will go in this direction to where you're exchanging, you know, property using financial contracts through NFTs.
Yep.
100%.
The real estate market's ripe for disruption. I've talked to a couple of people about this.
It
Like
is.
and it's closer than you think. You know, it's like that mirror, you know, note that you look in the driver's side mirror and objects are closer than you think.
The interesting thing is going to be what blockchain they ultimately end up launching on and utilizing, because there has to be some sort of consensus, at least amongst title companies and you know stuff like that. As far as like, all right, where are we going to be
Polkadot.
operating on? I'm not
Polkadot.
sure.
Polkadot.
There's a few examples, but we don't know if that's going to be
2
the
years,
one.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, what's happening in 2 years? Oh, having. Oh, the vetting process of DOT is going to stop. Oh,
Yeah, it's not just Polkadot. There's things being worked on right now that are probably closer than that.
yeah, but I don't think they don't want to do what they do, and like I wish Foster was here because he could explain it better, because he has a lot of experience when it comes to that type of team. Um, Polkadot's gonna kill the business industry when it comes to crypto because it's like, imagine the massive P&G group, which like owns Kraft, Lacoste, all that stuff. They all work in coherence to form that. What Bullish said, that what blockchain you can be on. Well, Polkadot's gonna allow. Anyways, I'm not bullish. I'm bullish on it because it's like, it's there. It's kept going. It's bringing something that we need now. Didn't need it before, but we need it now. So that could help. Now, I always said crypto needs to work with each other now. ETH will take over Bitcoin, in my opinion, and only because of the interoperability of having so much development. And the fact that we're copying exactly what it is right now, we're giving people the option to say, you want to go on this one or this one. It's the same shit.
Well, not only that, but we're actually taking some pressure off the Ethereum network. You know, I challenge anybody who sits there and comes out with this, I call it stupid statements about, well, Pulse Chain's an ETH killer. No, Pulse Chain was never designed to be an ETH killer. If anything, it's a benefit and a plus for Ethereum network.
100%.
Few understand it.
100%. Well, it is kind of an ETH killer because ETH's goal was to be the only one.
Well,
So it's ironic. You know, the whole fungible, non-fungible token, but you can have two of them. So it's like you could choose to sign in at the stadium with your Bored Ape, the Pulse State, or your Bored Ape on it there. It's up to you.
One thing's for sure that that a lot of people are not thinking about. Like it's gonna happen, but it's gonna be lobbied like it's nobody's business. Because think about who we're taking business away from. If it goes on the blockchain, we're taking business away from attorneys, closing attorneys, sellers attorneys, title attorneys, bank attorneys,
Well,
because you no longer need them to
you
sign
don't.
off on during a closing. Think about when a closing, like the traditional closing, you need an
Yeah.
attorney and a title company to make sure that the documents and the transaction is legit. You know what I mean? Escrow services, running title, making sure there's no violations, and stuff like that, and figuring all that stuff out before all the dots and T's are done. You know what I mean? Like, so
That's an easy
once it becomes on
solution.
but once it becomes on the blockchain, those individuals no longer have work. So guess what? You have a bunch of lawyers now who have time to lobby to delay it as much as possible. That's one aspect of it.
Yeah, but you see, the materialistic aspect about NFTs to me is the gray area, because it's like, how do you actually prove that the government doesn't own that land?
No, it's not about the government owning the land. Is that at the end of the day, the system still works on deeds and titles as far as real estate.
100%. But so then the easy fix to that would be that the only people that can issue those type of NFTs, that could be an NFT towards a house that's on a land, would have to be issued by someone with that type of license, legally speaking, because then or else they could just seize the asset, regardless of how the asset was purchased, legally speaking.
I think though most of these things are going to be developed on the back end before they actually launch. It's not going to come out kind of willy
Oh yeah,
nilly.
they're gonna find some way around it. But I'm saying the way Bullish is saying it is absolutely right. But imagine how, as a business firm, like you're a lawyer firm, you don't have to hire all these attorneys now.
Yeah,
It
that's what I'm
would actually
saying.
be
So
beneficial.
now they have time to lobby to protect their ass to make sure it delays. So that's money out of their pocket, which they're not gonna like. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen because there's already examples of it happening. It's just on the massive scale where it's like, okay, real estate is now done on the blockchain. It's gonna be a couple towns, then maybe a couple cities, maybe
Well,
a
we would
country
be
here
able
or
to
two that will implement it, and then
actually we would be able to do that if we purchase land as like Hexaco.
oh
We
yeah,
would
then
be able
from
to
there
make
we
houses
can
worth NFTs, because it's like
of
no one
course.
owns the land. You have to be like,
And you can still store deeds and all that stuff on IPFS and stuff like that. So
I found the land one. It's like over there, man. You got on the beach,
yeah,
1.1 million.
Hmm.
We can get a massive land, create a little mini Hexaco. Check it out.
I got my own Hexaco here in Montana, so it's 10.02 acres, but happy with it. So I'll be happy to come visit anybody in their little Hexaco spots.
Come get a little getaway. Come on out. Come on down, man.
I'll tell you what, just, it's funny is back when I purchased that property and stuff like that, like my thought process was very minimalistic. It was kind of a scarcity type mindset of like, okay, I've got this. This is what I can do. And, I actually designed, I sketched it out where I could live on like below the poverty level, like $9,000 a year and be happy. And things have changed, but that concept of fact of like when I purchase the land and like what I'm going to do, with it, it's only crypto that's allowed me to change that thought process. So I still I'm not a big enough player to think as big as buying $1 million tract of land, but give it 5 years.
Yeah, you'll be able to get 10 of them.
I've been fascinated with this YouTube channel. where a guy he probably has like at least like 50 acres or whatever, but like he's into fishing and like bass fishing and stuff like that. So during the pandemic, he started building a 5-acre pond in his backyard just to go bass fishing in his backyard. I've been like, he does like these weekly updates, and I've been looking there. I'm like, yep, that's gonna be what we're gonna do with the PulseX and Pulse chain gains. A big plot of land.
Well, I mean, one of my upgrades to the property, which I'm waiting on. In fact, I'm looking forward to Pulse Chain to talk with the folks from Boxable, because I'm thinking about purchasing one of those NFTs that's being offered by Power City.
Right.
Not promoting anybody or anything like that, but they do have an agreement with Boxable for an NFT that basically gives you a VIP status and jumps you in the line. I'm on the waiting list with Boxable, and I am it's a 3-phase project, but I'm putting the first one out there, the Castilla. It's like 400 square feet, but this stuff is incredible. The technology that they develop with it, like literally you're just unfolding this thing in an hour or two
amazing.
on a concrete pad. And as long as you have the hookups for sewer, water, gas, and electricity, it's plug and play. You're good to go. So I am definitely putting that out on my land. And then I have 2 more stages after that. But I've got a beautiful spot. I mean, I could be happy with. I used to drive up there in my old 98 Jeep Cherokee and a Jeep sleep over the weekend and stuff. I actually lived out there for 8 months just so I could get a feel for the weather patterns. But and if you're not into that, great. But for me, that's just so damn peaceful. And and plus I get 4 bars out of 5 bars, so I can stream Amazon Video Prime.
Nice.
What's the old joke? All I want is a cabin in the woods and high-speed internet. Check.
That's why I don't do camping. My wife loves camping, and it's like, nope, check the internet situation first while I'm not going.
I shopped 18 properties until I found this particular one. And I walk up there with my cell phone. Like literally, that was a requirement. I mean, everybody's got their own things. Some people want certain water sources, that type of stuff. But that was one of my key requirements in that area because internet is scarce up there. I mean, now we've got Elon Musk, flying over, his network for what, like $100 a month or something with Starlink. I'm going to check out that option just to see what it's like out on my property. But,
$100 a month. Not bad.
No, not horrible, especially when your costs are low. I mean, my taxes. What's that?
How much internet speed?
I'm not sure of the speed. Just familiar with the service. Motley Investor was talking about his parents have it, except for storms. You get storms, your internet satellite wise is going to be crap. FYI. But then again, I'm not trading, so I'm like, hey guys, can't stream with you tonight.
So storms, man. I
You're from Canada?
Yeah, okay. So storms, man, electricity gets cut off.
Right.
Where I was from, when I lived, at least 3-4 times a year in the winter, some branch would break off, cut some line somewhere, and just the whole fucking my area just 4 or 5 hours, nothing.
Yeah. No, but I'm okay with that. I mean, everybody's got their different things. That's, everybody's got their own goals, their dreams and situations. And that's why everything's not cookie cutter, as far as whether it's investing or lifestyle. You're not going to see me pumping a Lamborghini or anything that time soon. I do actually like the Maseratis, but delayed gratification on this.
So comfortable. Which one? The Quattro?
Quattroporte and oh god, now it's like the sauces. I have to remember the model. God dang, the brain is not fun. I've been up since 2:27 this morning, so like I'm a little tired. But oh god, what's the name of it? It's right on the tip of my tongue. I actually almost bought one when we were out in Portland. There was a I want to say the Luso. It's kind of like the luxury edition. There was one out of 35 minutes from where we were out in Portland, and my original design was to go pick it up. It was I don't buy new because let somebody else drive the value. It was 2018, but it was only like $70,000, $69,000, and it was 35 minutes away from where we were staying at the hotel. If it had been the all-wheel drive and not the rear-wheel drive model, I would have bought it. But I'm glad I didn't, because I put that dry powder over some shotgun things on, buying dips. So delay gratification.
Oh, man. Thank God, Maserati. Well, the car would have went up.
What's that?
You said the car would have went up in value, though, because nowadays all cars are going up.
Oh, no. Well, I just recently sold the Mercedes, and I bought a 2014 Mini Cooper, blacked out windows. I'm going to, if I can get somebody to help me out with the design, I'm going to do a wrap on the hood, or excuse me, the roof and the hood. But I may have to wait to going out to Pulse Con because everybody, the Italian job. Oh, this is a sweet ride. I'm like,
oh, it is.
You gonna get the golden arches up top?
What's that? No, bro. This is total promotion for everybody who understands the struggle. Yeah. Maybe I'll put it on the side though. I mean, I tell people this. I mean, because of the fact that I spent like 20 years before I retired from chefing, is the fact that when I moved here to Montana, I mean, it's a true story, and shout out to Wolverine. He's been talking about this on the Twitter streams and stuff like that. But I went through a divorce, bankruptcy, a whole bit, Volvo station wagon, a dog, and my Navy duffel bag full of stuff, and left everything behind and moved to Montana. I had no place to live and no job when I landed here. And my first job actually was at the Golden Arches, because I interviewed for a management position, and they wanted me to move out of the area. And I'm like, no, I came to a specific area in Montana because this is where I want to be. And I looked across the street. There's a big yellow sign up there. It says, now hiring management. So I walked across the street, and 17 minutes later, I had a management position. So that was the beginning of my culinary career here in Montana. 9 months later, I was helping somebody open a restaurant. But don't forget where you came from. I'm never anybody to like be too proud, be like, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that. I mean, you do what's necessary, and fuck what people think.
Pretty much.
Couldn't have said it better.
And on that note, I have to go. Wifey's waiting for me.
Okay.
But it was lovely hanging out with you guys. Hopefully I'll join next week again, and I'll catch you guys and everyone tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, boys.
Thanks, Bulge.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, take care.
You guys want to cut it short today? Because I'm watching a baby.
I'm just gonna cut it short, man. Honestly, right now with the market, I think we're just gonna wait for some more drama to unfold.
Right.
I have a little let's see, prediction for the next week. I think we're gonna have drama because someone's gonna over exaggerate and call someone a bitch, and then we're gonna get even worse and meaner. So let's see what happens. And I think the Hex community chat is going to be better than ever. Everyone's going to be happy. We're going to get good premiums. We're going to see it up, maybe a fake pump, and get more dips. So that's my predictions for the next week. Yeah, Luther, more drama, man. More drama. But you know what? We did a deep dive of that wallet. And what I've concluded is I think we should be doing the analysis for other wallets from now on because yeah, famous is bearish. Yo, man. If it goes down, we're going down too, unfortunately. So let's keep your DCA, man. No one should be giving a shit if you actually DCA properly. So yeah.
Well, it really depends on your relative time frame. I mean, if you think about it, what's your narrative? Because the fact that you're not going to see anything good in 6 to 8 months. You can call me bearish or whatever. I'm not bearish. I'm actually positive. I mean, it's, optimist with realistic expectations is we have to go through these cycles to get to that next level. And that's all we're doing is we're building up to that next level. Now, if you can be comfortable and accept that, now, if you over leverage yourself, suck it up and take the pain. I mean, and don't do it the next run. I learned that lesson. If you're learning that lesson right now, count it as just entrance into the schooling aspect of crypto. But and you'll be better for it, and you'll actually teach somebody else the next time if you can take that lesson forward. So cheers to everybody.
What's that? Big Alpha. When's the show gonna start? You said.
Say again.
When's the show gonna start?
The short.
The show.
The show. Oh, I'll be actually doing my first one tomorrow. It's going to be on my Hextech16 Twitter account on YouTube. They say just press go, and I've talked to RG3 about some things in the background type thing, and I'm just pressing go on that. But the whole premise of the Prosperity Project is based off the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. So if anybody's ever read that, you'll have a frame of reference. If you haven't read it, please do, because of the fact that I came across this book long before crypto. In crypto terms, like 2 years before crypto. And it's to help out new people. It's all about DCA, and it's all about starting where you're at with what you got. So, and I actually put a portfolio up there. So I'm DCAing along with you guys. It's a project that's going to run for 2 years. So if you're interested, I don't have any courses to sell you. There's no free money or giveaways. I'm not teasing that type of stuff. My whole point is, what's that? No sacrifice? Well, there might be sacrifices in the future. I mean, Richard Hart was talking about that wallet sacrifice or, a wallet launch. So, I mean, we'll see. The whole point is start with what you have and carry it forward. But I'll just be doing this for 2 years because I want to put it out there and show people. I mean, I did it with loose change that came out of automobiles as an auto detailer. Nobody special. So if I can get somebody to grasp the concept, that idea, and just work within their means and become a millionaire, God, that'd be the biggest pump in my life, helping somebody get to that point. I've already done it with 1 or 2 people. So I'd like to see it happen again.
It's a very good feeling, man, to help people out, especially with the knowledge that you have. I don't even wish you luck. I say, do it, man. Just do it. You just trust me, man. You're going to be a very good key to the community. I'm all for it. For it, and you should do it. And you should hurry up and do more.
Do what I can with what I got.
Yep. 100%. And even just do it. You know what? Sometimes at the beginning it's hard for streaming. It's hard because you're so focused on making the best content. But just remember, it's okay, because if you do it really well the first time, then you got to make it even better every time. So don't be stressed. Do what you got to do, and you know that the Hexicans got you. The whole community.
Well, that's why I appreciate you guys and this stream, especially, the worst crypto show in the world, ever, is or, even F and Hangout or, Gen Hex and his stream stuff. You guys have allowed me to really come. I'm a very introverted person. I'm not a very upfront person, personality wise. And it's very difficult to do this type of stuff. But you guys have allowed me to do that by jumping on, your streams and stuff like that. And I completely appreciate it, because I don't want it for myself. It's I want to go out there and help others. But the shy guy is it's hard to try. But, that whole point of where you get to that point of press record and just go do it. And then, I'll tell anybody, in similar circumstance or listening to my voice is I totally get you. It's get out of your comfort zone, because the life you save may not be your own, but it can be somebody else's. And what a fulfilling and rewarding experience that is.
You know what? Don't get out of your comfort zone. Make it your comfort zone.
Right.
Trust me, make it. And I'm a big advocate for this because I love to push people to their limits. Why? To the point where I do something that I know people won't like because I want them to go and do it better the way they should think it should be done. Because that's what we do as Hexicans, is that we influence people. So I tell you, do it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. You're going to love it, love it, love it. And regardless, don't worry about it, man. Introvert is just because maybe it's not normal to do these things, to be on like social media and being on like a live stream where you're talking about this crypto, because especially like we have this whole model of like fools, but sometimes you just gotta take it, take the bull by the horns, say, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And you know what? The community allowed me to be the voice of that. And I thank you for saying that, man, because you've been there in the chats and you've helped people out. So you're going to see the reward that it gives, and it's going to be addicting. Watch. Helping people out is very addicting, especially Hexicans, because they take it in better than anyone else. It's amazing. So check it out tomorrow. We'll do a repost about it. Send us the link.
Send me the link. I'll put it on the channel in the description, and I'll obviously retweet it, and I'll probably join and watch tomorrow. Maybe
awesome.
Do a TikTok on
Appreciate it, guys.
Anything is funny.
Straightforward stuff. The humor comes later.
100%. So.
But yeah, man, you're definitely gonna change someone's life for real. So should be excited.
1% a day. That's my goal. 1% a day.
Right.
Trying to help 1% a day. So keep it steady, keep consistency, and if ever you want me on, man, I'm always gonna be there. So
appreciate it. Definitely, gentlemen.
I'll
we got
even better presented than I am now. I'll have a nice shirt and everything. and
screw that, bro.
My verbiage will be perfect if you want.
I was a shirt and tie guy back in New York many years ago. So, I laugh when, I listen to Wales and stuff and talk about Wall Street and, all the New York type stuff. I moved out here to Montana not to have to wear shirt and ties. So
that's exactly why I moved an hour away from the city of Montreal. I hate being in that business. It's just now we're home. That's why I love this community, because we're home. Everyone's home. I'm on my balcony. You're probably in the basement or in a room. Dan's busy with his family. Everyone's at home in their comfort zone. So it's we get a piece of the pie that no one really gets. And when you go into these other spaces, it's all like this business attire. It's it makes me want to say, do we have any coffee in this meeting? It's just, yeah. But yeah. So we do that. Best crypto show ever. Worst crypto show ever.
You're going to have to change the name now, bro.
I keep it the worst. We have to lie some way.
We'll do it during the tops, right? Welcome to the best crypto show ever.
When we're in the bull run.
Right, exactly. Because that'll be the rebranding, the change up.
It's we were Furus. We said it was gonna dip. And we're Furus. Perish. But I want to see this week. I really think there's gonna be a 33,000 and
yeah, you're about right. Okay, but no alpha. But
worst equals lowest expectations possible equals viewers always get a treat. Let's do it.
We were talking about the Mt. Gox coins that they could possibly be coming out earlier today in Twitter Spaces. So that could be a negative externality on Bitcoin.
Hear that, baby?
Because if they get those coins, they're dumping them.
Yeah, no.
I've been waiting for years for them.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that was, one of the things that I keep on a note sheet and stuff. There's everything happening outside of just what we're directly focused on. And I have to learn that on a daily basis. And I hear those things from many other individuals. And that's why, I'm the guy that you see leaning over, writing things down on Post-it notes. And I've got tons of them listed across this big screen over here is the fact that I don't know everything, and I don't expect to know everything. But there's all these negative or positive externalities that are happening or will happen in the future, and if you don't keep them as a frame of reference, then you're just kind of going along with the tides. Learn. I've learned so much, like in the past 6 months. I mean, from like your guys' show, all the different shows out, people that have put out information. Like, I'm amazed. I mean, even since March, ever since coming back from Vegas for the second time, like what I've learned, like in such a short period of time, it's just incredible. I mean, I don't really know how to quantify or explain it, but I'm just looking forward to like everything going forward. So,
And we're gonna learn so much more too, because there's stuff we don't even know yet.
right.
Things we could have do, we don't even know yet, because it's testnet is like probably half of what it is. So yeah, I'm excited.
And if you miss something, it's okay.
But we still gotta make it through the fork.
We're good.
I know. I gotta get a new lighter too. Fuck, my lighter always fucking dies. But
I'm switching over to these things. The whole the vapes. Yeah, that's my one dirty secret, right? Like cigarettes and coffee.
He quit.
I got rid of the alcohol. I got rid of everything like negative in my life. But that's my next. But I'm not in a rush. But switching over to this.
It's good. Well, as long as you don't inhale it too much and you just try and like cut down, then it has to be better, right? Than smoking hard. I guess.
Yeah.
God damn, man. Yeah, right.
You're like Frosty, but stuck in a city.
No, I'm like 5 minutes from the beach, so like,
nice.
There's actually a club like right there, like this building right here, like on the other side, like right at the bottom. There's a club right there, so that's why sometimes you hear the honking, you hear some drunk girls walking past you. It's hilarious. It's nice. You hear the seagulls. It's 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, let's see. Well, yeah, okay, nice time. It's 8:16 here, so.
Yeah, I know. I have it on my computer. 10:16. It's 10:16. You're in Eastern.
I'm in Montana, so yeah, I'm Mountain Time. So, but hell, I'll go to bed. Actually, tonight I'll go to bed early, so I'll probably be up super early. Gym opens up at 5:15 every morning, and whether I like it or not, I get my ass in there. And it doesn't matter if it's 23-minute workout or 45-minute workout. The whole point is get in there. And shout out to Kinetics about the whole sauna information, because I've been checking that out. The club has the sauna stuff, and I've really not explored that, but I'm all about the health.
That's good, man. 5:15 and wake up, get your day going good.
Yeah, there's a book about that. The 5 o'clock club or something like that. So I haven't read it, so I just came across it this morning. So
I definitely won't be waking up 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I can't. I tried doing that, but I was saying I tried doing that, but it's too much with the baby and waking up. If like what happens with me is like I'll miss a day and then I'm not going back.
Everybody's different, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm in the situation, no kids, no animals, responsible for myself, that type of thing. So,
yeah, I got the dog right here whining. You hear him?
Awesome.
And I got the baby in the other arm.
She's telling us how much heck she has compared to us. She's like, I got more than you motherfuckers.
Daddy made me rich. I just don't know it yet.
Steak it. 5.
Steak and bake, Daddy. All right, guys. I'm tired as hell. I'll be honest with you. Like, my eyes are ready to close. I'm like so exhausted. So,
yeah, man. Thanks for coming on.
Everyone that's watching, like, share, subscribe. Don't do it, actually. Don't listen to me.
Yeah.
Never right, apparently. So, buy your Hex, buy your Maxi, get your copy, stop trolling, and tell the Bitcoiners they need to buy Hex. It's the 5 rules of Hex. Love you guys, man. Thank you for all the
Peace,
good advice.
guys.
Make
Thanks,
sure you
Hex.
guys go into Twitter Spaces, man. Twitter
People are
Spaces.
so
Twitter
cool.
Spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hex
I'll give
all
it a big
day.
retreat.
Add Hex all day, guys. 24/7. You got any questions? You come in. Sometimes we're talking about this. Sometimes we're talking about that. But just come up, ask for the mic, and we will let you speak and ask your questions. Learn everything about crypto. Best alpha. We got the best minds in the game, literally in there. Forget about me. I talk bullshit, but everyone is in there. Biggest minds. We got whales in the chat. You know how it is.
Yeah, and shout out to the chat. Thank you, everyone, for supporting.
Stuff on crypto. And tune in at 11 a.m. for Jim Rat, the hottest streamer right now in Hex community.
Number one.
Number one, in my opinion.
Shout out to Jim Rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
And
going
Sam
hard,
Stoll.
man. Respect.
And Sam Stoll. Can't forget it. He's fucking insane with his fucking. He comes
The
up.
Fed. Sam the Fed.
Insane, man. The stats he pulls up. And all those guests. Shout out to all the Hex kids.
And hey, if you're not following Sam Stoll on Twitter, give him a like, follow him, because he's doing this whole thing with
Motley.
Yeah,
To
Motley.
beat
And
Motley's
so,
14.4K.
so unfollow Motley. Love you, bro. But give Sam the like.
Yes. Please unfollow Motley and like Sam. Follow Sam Stoll. Just kidding.
Tell
yeah,
Sam,
man, Sam.
Scott, Hex X16 saying it.
Run that
All
outro,
right,
man.
All right, let's
That's
do
a
it.
nice part.
Have a great night, everybody.
What are you, some sort of Mexican?